Hey everyone, Patrick here. I just got back from the SouthEast Reptile Expo, had an incredible time and wanted to share some of our favorite vendors and moments with you. Enjoy the video. So I am here with Steven Capps from Leviathan.
Yes.
And I'm really excited to show y'all some fantastic animals that they have here. So Steven.
By the way, when he says they have here, they're not our animals, they're Winston's, but don't tell him. We're showing Winston's animals.
Winston has cool animals. They're at Leviathan's table. I was trying to give them credit. It is what it is. All right, what you got to show us today, bud?
Okay, so obviously I want to talk about the sunset stuff.
Absolutely.
I'm a broken record on this. All right, but the two that I want to talk about specifically is this Inchy Fire Bongo Sunset that's double het hypo ultramel, and the colors on her are just so beautiful. I love how bright it is. And the fact that she's double het hypo ultramel too,
that's a huge win, right? The Sunset Ultramel project is incredible. Personally, I think hypo is the best mix into Sunset. So you're getting three great genes, all just making one incredible animal for sure.
100%. Oh, I think she's so cool.
Yeah,
but one thing also is that I think that's what's really cool with Sunset is it's a strong gene. Any Sunset animal, you're going to be able to easily tell that it's Sunset. But you can change the color. And this one is a Mojave Cypress. Oh, I just locked it.
That's okay.
But it's a Mojave Cypress Sunset Hypo. And I love the kind of gray, almost green hue that comes into it. Where it's just a really, again, it's different. It still looks like a sunset, but you get different access to different colors in it. And I think it's just really, really neat.
No, I think that looks really good, man. That's really subtle. It's not what I expected at all. So that looks good.
All right, dude, so you had one.
I have one that I was really excited. I wanted to show off.
All right, yeah, you want to go ahead and get them out?
Do you mind?
Yep.
Yeah, so this is the Monsoon Pied. All right, guys, so this is a combination of two recessives, Monsoon and Piebald. Monsoon is like pinstripe on steroids, and I was so excited to see that Monsoon did have a big effect on the pied and just gave it a nice orange color as well as a lot of the stippling in. Just an incredible animal.
And with pied too, by bringing in the pied pattern is what I'm gonna say, it does affect the Monsoon, and I think that head stamp looks so sick.
It's good, man, and once we get hypo, exanthic, desert ghost, this is gonna be great. Ultramel, we got so many options to go here, so I'm really excited. Steven, thank you for letting me see some animals, man.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Perfect. I'm here with Jersey Guys Balls. How you doing, bud?
I'm all right. How you
awesome. All right, we've got a really cool ball python though to show y'all. It's a project that I'm involved on both sides.
Yep.
Monsoon Clown. Yep. Very high end. These are two really, really cool recessive animals.
Sure.
Tell me about what you got going.
Yeah, so we have the Mojave Monsoon Clown. We got lucky to hit a male. The pairing was a Mojave double het female to just a double het male. And we got lucky on I think our second clutch we got it.
Okay, well that's great odds by the way.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, we crushed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a super cool Monsoon Clown where it kind of blows out the pattern. The sides are super bright and popcorny. And then the classic clown head is just blown away.
Yeah, man. You know, what I loved about it, so I say loved, initially I was kind of down on the project, I'm gonna be honest, because for me, when I start working double, triple, quadriceps of projects, I want something that's just absolutely mind-blowing immediately.
Yeah.
And I felt like Clown brings 15-20% more to the project.
Yeah.
And the more I work with this stuff, I'm like, guys, 15-20% is a lot.
Yeah.
If you put 15 to 20% more dollars in my pocket, I would be stoked. So why can't we feel that way with balls, right?
Right.
So I love, the Clown does bring a lot to it. It brings more stippling, like you said, blows out the sides. I think it's a really cool animal. And it's a cool project.
It's just the beginning.
It is.
Once you get a spot nose, once you get all these other codoms in there that really work well with Clown, and we haven't even seen it with Monsoon yet, I think it's going to be a game changer for sure.
Dude, exanthic, hypo, desert ghost. It's going to be great, man.
It's never ending.
Dude, thank you so much for showing us these cool animals.
Absolutely.
Even though you're wearing an Eagles hat,
no,
it's okay. A little PTSD right now, but it'll be fine. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Best way for people to reach out to you?
Instagram for sure. Jersey Guys Balls.
Fantastic. Appreciate you. All right, guys, more ball python content. Shocked and stunned. I got Charlie with ShedTesting.com.
What's going on? How you
Buddy,
doing?
good. So if you watch our podcast, a really smart guy and a doctor, we give updates on genetic testing all the time for ball pythons, but we've kind of hinted loosely at some genes that are starting to come out.
Yeah, so it looks like OD is looking really good. We've tested a bunch of known het and homozygous versions of Orange Dream, and so far we're about 50 for 50, so we're gonna run a bunch more, and I'm gonna have my buddies in Europe and Canada run some, validate it, and get that thing out to everybody.
Yeah, man, I love it. And one of the things I really love that you do is it's more collaborative on these genes, right? We're not just validating what you have from like one collection. This is truly international at this point. We have Europe, we have Canada. I love it, man.
It definitely helps. It gives me more confidence in the test, you know, to make sure it's not working right for all of your sheds, but not for, you know, when we get sheds from all over the country, all over the world, it makes me feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, man,
releasing it,
I love it so much. All right, best place for people to order sheds from you?
ShedTesting.com, or message me on Instagram at ShedTesting, or Facebook at ShedTesting, whatever.
Dude, I love it. Thank you, Charlie, for hanging out with us.
Thanks for having me
Guys, go like, subscribe, and make sure to order sheds from Charlie at ShedTesting.com. Guys, you're gonna be really excited. Way less ball python content now. Now we're moving to the better part of the show. Redline shipping.
Woo! And some ball python breeders.
Guys.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're representing. We're representing.
So, who we got here?
Joe and Ash from Fear to Fascination. Yep.
I love it. Real fast before we get to Redline, Fear to Fascination.
Yep.
10 seconds, tell me what it means.
So conquered my fear of snakes, fell in love with them. Now we try to spread that to everyone else and bring more people in our community.
6 seconds, I love it.
Yeah, he nailed
well
it.
done, bud.
Oh my
Fantastic, guys. That's really
There's
cool.
my elevator pitch.
I love it. So Redline shipping is who we use. Been using them for a long time.
You're always
Obviously,
better off red. It's definitely the way
always
to go.
better off red.
I mean, you can ship through anybody, sure, that can get the thing there, but when it comes to customer service and like top-notch quality care, this is it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People gotta specialize, I feel. That's where it's at.
Absolutely specialized, but also one of the really cool things that Redline recently came out with that I've been absolutely amped about.
I know. I already know.
Guys,
These delis are game changers.
square delis.
Yeah.
Now I realize that snakes come in circles. It is what it is, but they go into square boxes.
They go in the square boxes, and you can
Guys.
fit up to 3 in here with a phase pack still. Bam, bam.
Guys, that is fantastic. Look at that. And if you want to do a heat pack, you just go too high, make sure you put
There you go.
paper there, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
So,
And then we've got them in different sizes, more
Yes.
coming, and then also the little spider spood ones. Yep.
it's adorable.
Yep.
These are really, so they have these on the market already,
Yes.
but they're cheaper plastic. These ones, look at that.
Flying off the shelves.
Flying off. Look at this, they're sturdy, guys.
Yeah,
this is
super
a
quality.
huge win.
Yeah.
I love it. They're
Yep.
secure, your snakes aren't gonna get away, and then the corners don't break like some of the other ones I've
Yes.
seen.
So I talked with Robin about this. There was a similar product on the market, and he just took it to the next level, basically. He knew there was certain things missing. He wanted to put, I believe it was the air holes, and like you said, probably a more secure top. So
I love
I
it.
dig it. I remember my first time seeing this. I got a snake from you that was
Oh,
delivered.
this is an awkward conversation that we're not getting
We're
into
not
right
going that
now.
direct with it.
Not today.
And I thought,
You got
I
it
said,
in a blueberry.
I was like, did he get a Whole Foods container? But I love it. Yeah,
Dude, I love it. Guys, thank y'all so much.
Of course, thank you.
Redlineshipping.com.
Redlineshipping.com. Definitely, you can get all your supplies here. We've got all the bags, we've got the boxes. You can get all this ordered to you. It'll come flat. You just build it yourself. But this is, you're better off red always. That's the way to go.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Robin. Shout out to the whole crew.
They're
Absolutely.
offering green line shipping now for
Bam.
the plant shippers.
Yeah.
So,
Fantastic.
You know, we're going hard in the paint with Palm Street as well. So
That's true, yeah.
Plant people. There
Guys,
it is.
it's good. And then Fear to Fascination, where can people find
Yeah,
y'all
you
there?
can find us on Instagram is our main place. We're also on TikTok. We're on Facebook.
Love it.
But at a
Guys.
reptile show is the best place to find us so you can get this
Boom.
energy in real life.
Guys, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I love it.
Boom.
All right. Thank y'all so much.
Appreciate you,
It was a
brother.
blast.
Yes, good times.
Yes,
good times.
always.
Safe travels back home, and I'll see you at the next
Yeah.
show. Yeah, peace.
Hey guys, I am here with something different than ball pythons for once, which is a huge win for all of us. Here with Paul from A Sure Thing Exotics, and he is going to show us some really cool lizards because things need shoulders, right?
How are you?
Good. All right, what do we got today?
What we've got are a couple of captive bred Sudan plated lizards. The wonderful thing about these guys is you do see them. It's one of those species you see imported all the time with the hobby. Actually, this last year they haven't been brought in so much just because Africa has been a little crazy. So the nice thing is we were able to get a nice group of well-established imports, set them up for ourselves, and we got babies from it. Dude. So we were able to breed these. There's not many people that have been able to breed these little guys. They're a wonderful little lizard. We're learning about them as well.
Okay.
We have a group of 2.2 adults, so we have 2 males and 2 females. But you can see these are actually only 2 months old, so they are really big. They hatch out really large.
Yeah.
They've got wonderful colors already in them. And they're neat little animals. They're solely something different in the hobby.
Yeah, no, that's super cool. Was there anything unique y'all had to do with them to really get them to going? And like, what makes it difficult for them in the hobby?
I think one of the biggest problems is getting healthy imported animals. That's one of the problems that you run into a lot of times. Is importation is really stressful on a lot of animals. So getting a healthy animal to work with is one of the hardest parts. We were fortunate enough to get a group from a gentleman who'd already had them for a couple years and wasn't able to breed them. We talked to him. We had an idea on how to set them up. We also gave him a lot of room.
Yeah.
For an animal that's about 14 inches long, we gave them a 6 foot by 2 foot enclosure.
Yeah.
And kind of gave them a lot of different micro environments in there. So we let them choose where they wanted to go and gave them as many options as possible, and it did work out for us.
Dude, I love that so much. That's fantastic. I think sometimes, like, in our mind, we put an animal in a specific environment and we're like, make babies.
Exactly.
And give them options and see what they kind of like, right?
And it's funny, with some of the animals that we work with, there's not as much information on them, so that is really what you kind of do. You do a buckshot approach.
Yes.
You give them as many options as possible. You let nature take its course and let them, as long as you give them the options, I think you're going to be a lot more successful, and that's really helped us out a lot.
Dude, I love it so much. Paul, thank you for your time.
You're very welcome.
Thanks for showing off some animals.
Anytime.
What's the best way people can get a hold of you?
Either Facebook or Instagram. You can go through and find us at A Sure Thing Exotics.
Fantastic. Guys, like, subscribe, go look at their stuff. It's fantastic. Thank you. All right, guys, so once again, no ball pythons. I think I'm doing a good job this show, not giving you only ball pythons. I'm here with Chris from Epic Style.
Yeah.
We've got some lychee honest.
Are you sure this is Chris? Because Chris looked a little bit different a few times ago.
Guys, I'm gonna give you some footage from a year ago when Chris had all of the hair, and you'll notice a lack of the hair this time around.
It's all located here now.
No, it looks good. I like
you.
it a lot. No,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it looks good.
It was fun. I thought I would surprise my reptile family with a fun little new me.
It was amazing, and I love it. So we're here with lychee honest geckos. Did I say that right?
Lychee honest geckos.
Do that, guys. I'm learning. I'm learning. All right, so tell me, what makes these guys special? Why do you love them?
Because they're absolutely the best. They're not a ball python.
Huge one.
You don't have to like raise feeders for them either. That's another bonus. We feed Pangea. It's basically 2 parts water, 1 part powder, which makes it really neat. We feed about every 3 to 5 days, depending on the age of the gecko. But they're nocturnal. Room temperature also. You don't have to worry about like
burning
heat lamps or heat mats or anything like that. So that good 65 to 85 is where my sensors are set off to notify me if it ever gets too low or too high on that part of it. And they have legs. Not that I'm afraid of snakes, but sometimes people are like, oh, there's a snake on the table, I'm out of here. These have legs.
I love it.
They're creepy in the fact that they don't have any eyelids though, so they never blink, but it's really cute when you see them sometimes when you're spraying them and they'll lick their eye. It's probably one of my favorite things besides their feet.
I tried to have a staring contest with one the other day. I didn't realize I was gonna lose. It was rough.
That's
but anyway,
great. I love it.
Awesome, man. No, these are really cool. I love them.
They're neat. There's several different localities, whereas like you come from the ball python world, there's not really morphs per se. think of like bearded dragons when like we're for like color wise and stuff, you're breeding polygenically. But then localities is a big thing you hear when you're talking about Leachianus geckos, and that you want to think of like maybe like a purebred dog or like maybe a mutt on those lines, or like maybe the popular thing like has been the 23andMe's where we're researching our
ancestry.
Yes, there we go. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And figuring out kind of what's going on. So it makes it a little tricky. So finding reputable breeders and knowing who you're buying from, and it's like kind of figuring out your ideas of, are you wanting a pet, or are you wanting to kind of start a journey and maybe possibly breed some? Because the hard part about them is looking at them, you can't really tell, is this an Inchi, a pastel, a cinnamon, a clown, on that part, like what?
You're trusting bloodlines.
Yes, yeah, so.
I love that, man. No, this is super cool, man. Thank you so much for showing me.
You're welcome,
I always love seeing them, every show. It's cool. Someday I'm gonna buy one, someday.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You might know somebody.
Yeah, I know a guy.
Yeah.
So, best way for people to get a hold of you?
Best way to get a hold of me. Contact Patrick. His sales team is really good at the marketing department. You'll probably be able to find me really good there. No, if you head over to our Instagram, it's Epic Style LLC. That's probably the place I'm at the most. But then right in the bio there is our link tree, and as our website, all the stuff you can find us all the stuff there. So yeah.
Awesome, Chris. Once again, thank you so much. I'm gonna shake you with this hand.
Yeah.
We're gonna be good.
Sweet.
Guys, we love you. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow. You know what to do.
Yeah.
Thank you.